absolutely thundering here. He's getting some treatment today. Saracens.
Second row players, also known as locks, are crucial for the game of rugby. Wearing jerseys number 4 and 5 on the field, these are the players who lock the scrum into a stable and steady position, hence their name. Moreover, they have a key role in the lineout, being the ones who usually jump to catch the ball because of their height. They are usually tall guys, but at the same time extremely fit, quick, and powerful. Along the years, there have been some great locks, some of which are even considered among the best rugby players ever. Today, we'll focus on iconic lock pairings. Let's take a look at the best pairs to ever do it.
South Africa starting to demonstrate why they're world champions, and Etzebeth going through.
The fairest way to start is with the best, isn't it? Retallick and Whitelock have the record for the most matches as starters in the second row of any team, beating the 63 tests by South Africa's Botha and Matfield. Whitelock being the most capped All Black ever, and Retallick having over 100 caps himself as well. These two were part of New Zealand's 2015 Rugby World Cup team, and Whitelock was also part of the 2011 squad. They are still active to date, being pillars of New Zealand's team in 2023. Whitelock became the youngest New Zealander to reach 100 tests and the fastest player ever to reach this milestone. He debuted at the very young age of 21. These two have got a lot of experience and therefore a reference in the All Blacks 2023 Rugby World Cup squad. On what might be their last appearances in the black jersey, they are both leaving everything they've got out on the field, attempting to win another Webb Ellis trophy. Botha and Matfield are a legendary lock pairing from South Africa, known for their very successful partnership at their national team. With 63 caps, they held the record for the most capped lock pairing until the already mentioned All Blacks surpassed it. Among their best performances are their titles in the 2004 and 2009 Tri-Nations and the 2007 Rugby World Cup. Not bad at all, huh? The mixture between the experience of playing together so much and their individual abilities, which made them both great players, meant that nobody wanted to face them. Botha ended his career with 85 caps, while Matfield closed his with a whopping 127. Let's stay in the Springboks, but talk about a more recent lock pairing.
Now when Etzebeth's going to get out there as well.
All of a sudden they're in behind. He's quite Cooper getting body swung.
Etzebeth and Jager is what could have been their 2023 Rugby World Cup second row lineup, but unfortunately Jager was not named in the 33-man squad due to an injury. Both of them being over 2 meters tall, these two are incredibly strong and agile for their height and size. With Etzebeth having well over 100 caps, being in the top 3 of the most capped Springboks, and Jager being very experienced as well with over 50 tests himself, these two were a very important part of South Africa's campaign in 2019 to win that year's Rugby World Cup. Keeping up with pairs that have guided their nations to world titles, let's mention Martin Johnson and Ben Kay, a historical lock pairing from England. Martin Johnson was indeed the captain of the English squad that triumphed in 2003, and Ben Kay was his partner on the second row. They ended their careers with 84 caps and 62 caps respectively, but only shared 2 years in their national team, from 2001 to 2003. In spite of playing together for a short period of time, they reached the pinnacle of the sport, and that's something that will remain in the history books forever. Another one of the most powerful teams in rugby is the Australian national team, the Wallabies. Champions of the world in 1995 and 1999, their lock pairing in 1999 was also one of the best to ever play the game. John Eales is indeed the most successful captain in the history of Australian rugby, having 55 appearances as the captain. With their world title in 1999, he became one of the very few players to win multiple World Cups. What's more, he was one of the first ones to achieve that milestone. He had a total of 86 caps throughout his career. Connors, on the other hand, was part of Australia's 6 tests in the 1999 tournament, returning home as a world champion. However, he did not have as many appearances in the Wallabies during his career, with just 20 caps. We've made it quite far in the video already and haven't mentioned one of the most well-known second-row players of all time, Alun Wyn Jones, the most capped rugby union player with 158 caps for Wales. Many of these caps were alongside Bradley Davies, who earned 66 caps himself. Together, they pushed Welsh rugby forward, both being part of the squad that won the Six Nations in 2012 featuring a Grand Slam. Alun Wyn Jones was one of the most long-lived international players, having played for 17 years between 2006 and 2023. He announced his retirement at the age of 37. Let's throw it back in time now to the 1970s. During the famous 1974 British and Irish Lions tour to South Africa, where the team won 21 out of 22 matches, just being held to a draw in the final match, Willie John McBride and Gordon Brown were the lock pairing. McBride from Ireland was also the captain of the team, and next to him on the second row was Scottish player Gordon Brown. Both players had a lot of experience on their national teams. McBride played 63 tests for Ireland between 1962 and 1975, including 11 as a captain, and Brown, known for his athleticism and skill, played 30 tests with Scotland from 1969 to 1976. McBride would go on to break a massive record, becoming the most capped British and Irish Lions player ever, with 17 caps over 5 different tours. That's just insane. These two French players were key contributors to France's campaigns in 1998 and 2002 that won the Grand Slam in both the Five Nations 1998 and Six Nations 2002. Pelous became the most capped French player ever, earning 118 caps between 1995 and 2007, being the captain in 42 of them. Bruzet, on the other hand, closed his career with a very respectable 72 caps between 1994 to 2003. Both these guys played together for France in the 1999 World Cup, when they made it to the final. Unfortunately, they lost that final match against Australia. These two Irish locks had illustrious careers with the Irish national rugby team. O'Connell represented the green jersey a whopping 108 times between 2002 and 2015, while O'Callaghan played 94 times for his country's first XV from 2003 to 2013. Both of them also played together for many years at club level in Munster. Undoubtedly, they knew each other extremely well. They were both part of the Irish team that won the Six Nations Grand Slam in 2009. Both of them also toured with the Lions in 2005 and 2009, and O'Connell was the captain of later tour. He is regarded as one of the best players to ever play the game. These days, apart from the active pairings we have already mentioned, there are some very promising locks out there. James Ryan from Ireland, Maro Itoje from England, and Guido Petty from Argentina are just a few examples. We'll see whether any of them make it to the history books in the years to come.